Hey guys, so usually I would call this a female rap recap, but this one includes Kehlani, so we're just going to call it a women in music recap. So in this video, we'll be talking about the Kehlani remix, Saweetie's new singles, My Best, and a feature that she has with LL Cool J called Proclivities, Caresha Please interview with Santana where she talks about Diddy and JT, and Megan Thee Stallion's Mamushi video. I will say that Megan is really taking this whole snake brand and kind of man-eater brand to the core. Like, she's going all the way with that. Still very inspired by the Japanese culture. So it was on theme for the album. But again, at this point, I'm kind of just over this era with Megan, and I'm kind of ready to get on to the next era because the album didn't really tell the whole story for me as far as the rebirth, you know, her shedding the skin and everything. It was like, I don't really get what the album was trying to tell me by the end of it. It seemed like she was still depressed by the end of the album. So also, I feel like Megan has always been over-sexualized, but I do feel like this album, she kind of took it up a notch, and that's not a good thing to me. And this video wasn't any different. It was kind of like she was around a bunch of Asian women and they were like in a brothel or something. Like it was given prostitution, happy ending massage type of situation. And then there was a point in the video where she had her butt turned towards us, and it was like, I was talking to my friend and I was like, it looks like her whole ass is out. Like, it didn't give that there was a thong on or anything. It just looked like her whole butt was out. Also, I'm not sure who is the creator that made the viral Mamushi dance, but shout out to you because Megan did do the dance in the video. It would have been nice if she actually got the person who created the original dance. So overall, I would just rate the video like a 7 out of 10. Next, Kehlani did the remix to the song Kehlani by Jordan A. I don't know how to say his last name. I already really liked this song by itself. I was like, it was in my playlist. I like it. But I saw some people saying that they felt like Kehlani should have left the song alone and she shouldn't have been on the song. I felt like Kehlani did good. She slid on it. You know, I would listen to both versions. It's not one of those songs where it's like it completely overtook the original, but it's not a thing where it's like I don't feel like the remix was necessary. The song is named after the girl, so I enjoyed it. I'm glad that she did the video, and I'm glad that she, even though obviously the song is about her, she still didn't have to give him the feature and all of that. So I'm glad that she's helping an up-and-coming black artist. Okay, so Saweetie says she's dropping 4 times this month, and she also dropped Nani earlier this summer, which was kind of like a TikTok hit, but it didn't really go anywhere on the charts. I feel like Saweetie wants to try her hand at music again. I think she was very discouraged after that, the Single Life EP that she dropped in 2022. I think it sold like 2,000 or 6,000 copies. Everybody was clowning her about it. But I also feel like y'all kind of don't give Saweetie her credit. Like when Spotify did that whole golden standard thing, and they were saying like, oh, 2018 to 2024 was the golden age of female rap. I saw a lot of people complaining about Saweetie being there, but y'all wasn't complaining about Ice Spice and Sexy Red. So y'all real forgetful and fickle because, okay, yeah, Sexy Red and Ice Spice did what they doing in 2023 and 2024. But are y'all forgetting that they said 2018 to 2024? Are we going to act like Tap In didn't happen? Are we going to act like Icy Girl didn't happen? Are we going to act like Best Friend with Doja Cat didn't happen? Back to the Streets, My Type? Are we going to act like Saweetie didn't have hits from 2018 to 2019? Yeah, she wasn't the best rapper, but neither are Sexy Red and Ice Spice. So if y'all aren't complaining about them being on the Spotify exhibition, why are y'all complaining about Saweetie? And trying to take away the credit from that girl? Because she got plaques. Now, she released My Best last week, and I was out of town, so I didn't review it. And then she released this song as a feature with LL Cool J, so he released the song called Proclivities. So for My Best, I feel like it was a decent song. Like I said, I don't feel like it's a hit. It's not very upbeat. It's kind of laid back and chill. But she was rapping pretty good on it. It had a theme and a message about doing your best, pushing forward over obstacles. I feel like she was talking about herself in the music industry, but also she filmed it at her old high school or college. So I think it was also very targeted towards the girls who are in school. Keep going, don't give up. You know, school is hard. It's obstacles you got to overcome, but do your best and get through it. So I think it was a nice effort, and I would rate it about a 6.5. Like, I think this is definitely a good album cut for whatever her future project is going to be. It's just not a hit. But yeah, and My Best, Saweetie had her little bars. You don't deserve my best. I got to reassess. I'd rather do it myself than blame other people and be upset. Whole synthetic, they just AI. Switch the game up like I'm AI. So that was cute. You know how she used the AI double entendre. She used the 2 different meanings of AI, like AI, synthetic, artificial intelligence. But then also I switched the game up like AI, Allen Iverson. So she ate that. So now let's talk about LL Cool J song Proclivities featuring Saweetie. Now, first of all, Saweetie gets her 10s for even getting a feature from LL Cool J. And out of all the female rappers out there, he reached out to her and said, oh, I want you on my album. So she eats for that. But this song is a fucking chop. Like, it's not that LL Cool J can't rap. I would never say that. But it's like, I don't really care to hear it. And second of all, it's like, okay, people always talking about Nicki, and they give all this ageism in female rap, like, oh, you 40 years old and you still rapping about this. You a mom, you a grandma, you still talking about sex all day, this, that, and the third. LL Cool J is sitting here talking about, I love to see you on the pole. I don't know if you conservative or if you a freak, but I love to see you lose control. Make the old face for me, bounce your ass on me. Like, this is trash subject matter, and he's way older than Nicki. Like, how old is LL Cool J? He's 56 years old. Now, as far as Saweetie's performance on this song, She actually shined on this song to me because I was so thrown off by him, and then she came in and she was kind of singing. It's a sexy R&B song, so you know Saweetie's very beautiful. She has great sex appeal, so she shined with that. And the singing wasn't bad, you know, it wasn't crazy singing, but it was a nice little tone. And then her verse wasn't bad either. So as far as Saweetie's performance on this song, I would give her a 7 out of 10. The song itself is a 6 out of 10. Now I saved this for last. Caresha in this interview, please, like literally, Caresha, please. Now, as far as Diddy, she said a whole lot of nothing. I don't know if it's because of an NDA or if it's because she really just doing this as damage control and she really don't mean shit she's saying, because she low-key was still defending Diddy like, oh, he put me in position, this, that, and the third. She said she don't talk to him no more, or like they took distance, they're not dating anymore. They probably still are dating. She probably still talking to him, but she's just trying to save her reputation, and he trying to help her save her reputation. I feel like she didn't really care about nothing going on with Diddy, and as long as she didn't have to speak out, she wasn't going to speak out. But once she saw that the people really was turning on her because she didn't speak out, when the Cassie video came out and the Cassie lawsuit came out, I think she thought people was just going to get over it, and she see that people not. So now it's like, okay, now I got to say something, but you don't really mean that shit. So, and Caresha, like, you know, when everything happened with Diddy, everybody was like, you thought. People only was like that because you kept defending that man. You was arguing with the Chinese Asian girl, what's her name, Gina, who said he kicked her in the stomach and everything, telling her you'll make her eat you out. And then whenever the fan said something to you online, you was like, oh, fuck y'all, I don't got to rap no more. We didn't forget. And you was celebrating him with the world, but the world all knew everything that was out there about him. All these rumors about Diddy been out. Ain't shit new. So we moving on from that. Let's talk about JT. I feel like it was all good when everybody considered JT the ugly duckling of the group, and Caresha was more favored as far as a personality. Now, because it's the other way around, she feel like it's some type of hate train on her, and she got this animosity and jealousy towards JT. And basically everything we've been suspecting is going on has been going on for the last couple years. They haven't been that close. They haven't been living in the same city. They haven't been recording together. They've been going to shows in separate cars and separate dressing rooms. They only interact at events and on stage. She sound upset that she didn't know JT was making City Cinderella and working on her own music. She sound upset because Nicki didn't put her on the Super Freaky Girl remix, and acting like that's the reason she didn't get involved when JT and Cardi was arguing online, which is insane. Talking about she ain't know nothing about the Super Freaky Girl remix. JT didn't tell her. So that's why you was in the club singing Tomorrow Too with your chest like that. Then her telling us that her and Diddy actually did end up falling in love with each other, like, we don't really care. And she just basically said that people that she thought would be there for her, which I'm guessing includes JT, turned this into an aha moment, didn't call to check on her. She told Santana thank you because he's the main person who's been there for her. If it wasn't for him, she would have turned into a pill-popping animal. She also said that she's basically shelved, and QC is not letting her turn in any music because they don't hear any growth. And then she previewed some trash at the end. So that is the end of the Women in Music recap.